Hi folks, welcome back to another video from Health Watchers PT and Wellness. Hi, I'm Taruna Rijhwani, founder of physical therapy practice here in Reston, as well as author of the book Active Beyond 50. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about something interesting. This is something that has come up a lot. So we thought that it would be a good idea to put it in the form of a video so we can kind of organize these thoughts together for you guys. And today's topic is the lessons that I have learned from helping active adults who continue to stay active well beyond their 50s, well into their 60s, 70s, and 80s. As you guys know, we specialize in helping people who are 50 plus continue to stay active, pain-free, avoid unnecessary injections and surgeries. And having been doing this for quite some time, there are some common traits that I have seen over the years in people who do achieve these goals very successfully. They are role models for the community versus some who are trying their best but they are not able to get there. So what are some of these common traits? The number one common trait is that all people who continue to stay active well beyond their 50s strongly believe it is the motto of their life that motion is lotion. They don't use movement, it's not an afterthought to them. It's something that is a part of their daily routine. It is a part of their weekly schedule. It is something that is non-negotiable for them, whether it is going on walks, whether it is going for an exercise class or stretching, whatever the case may be. They are always prioritizing movement and building it into their routine firmly. If aches and pains get in the way of their movements, they are still using the right type of movements to wiggle their way out of their aches and pains, but not ignoring moving your body throughout the day. The second, common trait that I have seen in these people is that they carry a very positive mindset. I feel like mindset is a very powerful tool when it comes to working towards your health goals. They carry optimism in their mind. Sure, we get a lot of people who have been suffering from aches and pains. They have tried several different treatments, you name it. They've tried it, it hasn't worked for them. And it's very understandable that that can lead to frustration to anyone. But these people still tend to carry that ray of optimism with them. They still feel that maybe there is something that they still haven't tried that they are willing to take a risk for and see where that leads them versus accepting that state of pain and immobility. And that's something that's rare, but it's starting to be something that we are seeing increasing commonly, and that's been great. The third common trait we see in these people who stay active well beyond their 50s is that they do not hesitate to invest in their health. These people realize that their bodies are their health is their ultimate asset. At the end of the day, we all have to live in our own bodies. And if there is something to be invested in, it's this asset of health. There is no point in having a fancy car that works great if you are not healthy and fully, working at optimal levels with your body and your health. If your back is hurting and you're limping around from sciatica or knee pain, the best car in the world is not going to do much for you. So these people realize that whether it's taking the time to do certain things for your health, whether it's spending the money, whether it's doing both, whether it's seeking out professionals, these people strive for it. They do what has to be done and they thereby achieve their health goals. The fourth common trait for these people is that they are very good listeners, especially when it comes to listening to their own bodies. These people are very good at picking up the early warning signs that your body generally tends to give you before it starts to hurt or before a serious problem starts. For example, a lot of times before you have a really bad episode of back pain or sciatica, you might start to notice some stiffness around your back, or you might start to notice some stiffness around your knee. These people are good at listening to those warning signs, and they start to do something about these problems early on versus waiting for it to get worse and worse. Of course, that is something that comes, with experience. Having dealt with some health issues, you start to understand your joints a little bit better. But in general, that's what we've seen, whether it's, slowing things down, having to take a break, having to call a professional, see what's going on, but listening to these early warning signs that your body gives you is very important, and it's something that I have seen consistently in people who smash it when it comes to staying healthy and active beyond 50. And last but not the least, I would say the fifth trait that I have seen in these people is that they do not just accept the words, it's your age, or this is how your mobility is going to look like. If your knees are hurting because you squat, then you should stop squatting altogether. These types of negative or just limiting beliefs are something that they will never subscribe for. Of course, there are cases where you do not, want to be doing some things that could be hurting your joints, muscles, or some other conditions. But for a reasonable part, you can be striving for your activity levels. You could be striving to stay active, travel the world well in your 70s. You don't have to be afraid of taking long flights or going on a trip that has been on your bucket list, or spending some time being active with your grandkids or with your kids. So the limiting beliefs can definitely play a big role. Although it seems like, something not significant on the surface, it's something that our society has conditioned us to believe in for years. But now, with changing times, with modern innovation in healthcare, the technology and the tools that we have available to us, staying active and crushing these limiting beliefs is definitely becoming more and more possible. And our health achievers, our health heroes who stay active well beyond in their 50s know how to crush these limiting beliefs. So hope you found this insight helpful. What do you think? Do you have a similar belief? Do you agree or disagree with one of these beliefs? Feel free to reach us out and let us know. And if you are interested in improving your own health, if you need any advice on your wellness journey, you are invited to join us for our next upcoming workshop, the details of which will be in the caption below. It is on March 7th on neck and shoulder issues, Saturday at 10 a.m. here at our office in Reston. All you need is your name, email, and phone number using the link below to register for the workshop, so we know for sure that you are coming and we can hold a spot for you, as we usually limit the seats to 15. So hope you guys are staying healthy and active.